According to research, we spend almost half of our day on autopilot, in that default mode where we're going through the motions, playing into our patterns of behavior without much conscious thought. This can have a negative impact on our relationships as well as the outcomes that we want to achieve. Let's think about this in terms of key meetings with families, the initial admission day, and the care conference. These are meetings that are very familiar to seniors care staff. You have your process, procedures, and protocol that need to be followed, and they are the one activity that needs to be done in a busy day. For the family, these are meetings they may be feeling anxious and concerned about. How you show up and interact in these significant conversations with family are so important. The family is counting on you to be present and to hopefully alleviate some of the worries that they may be having. I remember with my husband's admission meeting how rushed and distracted the staff seemed. Plus, they arrived 15 minutes late. And all that did was amplify the anxiety and the stress that I was feeling. I have no doubt they were busy, but I felt like we were being transacted as another admission to get done that day. So how do you break through that autopilot mode of going through the motions and make sure that you are making a positive impression and connection? Ask yourself a very simple question before you go into those meetings. Ask yourself, what is my intention? Is your intention to get through the meeting as quickly as possible because you have lots of other tasks to get done that day? That's likely not your intention if you give thought to it, but this is what can end up happening when we remain in autopilot mode. What if your intention is to be relational, to invest your focus and energy with that family so that they feel a connection and a sense of trust with you? Maybe your intention is as simple as ensuring you're making eye contact and noticing the color of their eyes, as I'd shared in my second video. And the intention of making eye contact creates the presence and the connection that all of you feel. When you set your intention before going into a conversation by asking, what is my intention? You're pulling yourself out of autopilot default mode and putting the power back into your presence. You can choose to activate the power of your presence simply by being intentional with how you're going to show up, choosing what you're going to focus on, what you're going to pay attention to, and what actions you're going to take, starting with that simple yet impactful question, what is my intention? Be intentional with what and who you are going to pay attention to. When you pay attention, you're ready for connection with your families. Remember, when you're being relational, you're playing the long game. You're investing your time and attention and focus in the relationship to help strengthen it, versus just trying to rush through a transaction so that you can move on to the next to-do on your daily agenda. Be relational by being intentional. So what intentions can you make to create better outcomes? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.